Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Vintage Story on the Aura Fury server. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So you can see I've been doing a little bit more work in between episodes on some buildings for the housing, and yeah, I'm kind of I need a little bit of input from you guys. So around the doorways, we have this area that. Yeah, it feels like there should be doorposts and lintels. And so on the first house that I made, I put in doorposts and a lintel. And I think it looks nice, but do we want it to be wood or do we want it to be stone? I don't know. I'd really like to know what you guys think of that. Obviously, we could use a different colored stone. I pretty much have access to any stone in the game. So let me know what you guys think, and I will try whatever you think should look good. And we can also do different materials on different houses. Now another thing is I did some decoration around the exterior and interior of this first little hovel. So we've got some berry bushes and some flowers. I think I put the storage vessel out here before. Then we've got the horsetail there, and then inside I added a planted tree or a potted tree, reed basket, pile of firewood, tool rack with a knife and an axe, and that's always great. I think the server may have just crashed. Oh, well, I guess. Gotta wait for the server to come back up. Well, there we go. Server's back up. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I also put in a tool rack with a couple of tools on it, a shelf that has some crockery and some bowls, and then I put a piece of cinnabar and a poor crystallized chunk of native copper on there, and then also we've got a flower pot with some catmint in it. So I think that makes this building look a little bit nicer. I also knocked out that little bit of hay grass that was up here to move the lantern up by 1 block. I think that helps a little bit. I don't know about the attachment point, and there might need to be some work in the ceiling area of this as well. But yes, that building is looking much nicer. Very happy about that. Now this one over here is a little bit bigger, as well as having a covered area on the outside. So I am saying that this is a slightly more wealthy person, so they've got a little bit nicer stuff. Now I am experimenting with putting a little bit of additional detail on the bottom of these pillars with chiseling. I don't know, there's a lot of work involved in putting that in, but that just looks really boring, especially considering it's andesite on andesite. You know, having that little bit of basalt in there to break it up helps a lot. But, like, this is a separate block, and this is a separate block. And if I wanted to make it all in one block, then there's a huge amount of chiseling involved. So, I don't know. But I am working on this building. Like I said, it's a little bit bigger. It's 3 blocks wide internally instead of 2, but it's still only 5 blocks wide. So it's a little bit different. So yeah, hopefully that will make things look a little nicer. I also connected this path into the main path. So the main paths, I'm going to have the sandstone lined with basalt gravel, and then some of the back paths are going to be the stone paths. So these will run down between the little houses and things like that. I think that's kind of a cool idea. Also, I have decided we are going to keep one windmill up on top of this pyramid, and we're going to put our mill house up here. I think that is a much better idea for this, and so I'll probably be working on that at some point as well. Now, I was just chatting with Aladark a little bit before the crash, and he said that he finished out the path back to spawn. So I am kind of excited to go and see that. So I want to head north and go see what he's got taken care of. Right now, if I look at the map, I mean, obviously it was winter the last time I came up through here, but my path used to end right here. So I'm hoping, he said that he went through this rectangular ruin. So I'm hoping that he kind of went through here and then along there and then up this direction towards Mspara's base. Now, Mspara's base, so when we did the tour, of course, this little area right here is the glass area, and here's the gazebo. And then that big tunnel that Aladark and Econ were working on goes through there, and then it branches off and comes down to Mspara's base. And then, yes, this goes up here and then cuts across over to Why Am I Not British and Stormy Piano. And then, of course, we have the more natural surface paths going up through Aladark's base. And apparently I've got Dirt Plup listed there. And then over here is Econ's base. Yeah, and then this path continuing off this direction. I have no idea where half of this stuff goes. It's insane the amount of work that's happened up at the spawn location. And we really need to catch up because, yeah, our base, not looking so great. So, yeah, I've got a lot of building to do, but I really want to see what's happened on this path. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, I'm getting up here closer to Mspara's base, and I see that Aladark has put in bridges. That is cool. I was thinking to go more through the mountain area, and instead he chose to go along the water's edge. And so there's a lot of bridges have been put in here, and that means a lot of wooden paths. Now, these wooden paths can only be made from aged wood. So yes, that is a little bit expensive for a path, but yes, I mean that is we're making main roads, and so that's part of it, I guess. But oh, this is great. I will say it's probably a bit more straight and level than I would have done, but hey, it's to each their own, I guess. My path goes up and down a lot as it accommodates the terrain. I tried to minimize the amount of terrain work that I did, but I guess it works. So yeah, this carries us right up to Mspara's base. That is great. It takes us right past this trader. I don't even remember what this trader is. So let's take a look here. A furniture trader. Ooh! Forest Dawn and Howl. 7 gears and 7 gears, and then some brass lanterns. 5 gears apiece. Yeah, not so much on the brass lanterns. I don't have anything to sell him, but yeah, I'm going to have to come up with 14 gears. But yes, so then this kind of goes through here. And looks like they had to go around Mspara's claim. And that, ooh. Nice. Oh, and until it opens, there's blocks in the way. Huh, that's neat. But so, yeah, back into the tunnels. Oh, that looks amazing. But yeah, these big gates, these are... Wow. Yeah, I might have to do something with that because I do kind of want to put some walls around my village when I get some more work done. I like the way that these lanterns look. That is really nice. Those are the Mlibdishakos, yes. So, very nice. But yeah, obviously a lot of path work has been done, and that is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to head back to the base and get some more work done on that house that I've been working on. And one thing that I am thinking I may want to do there is figure out how to use the extended workbench, because we have a lot of chiseled blocks that are the same, and it takes forever to chisel each one individually. So I am going to take a look at that as soon as I get back to the base, and I'll probably bring you guys in to figure some of that stuff out. So, yep, I will see you back at the base. So it would appear that the extended workbench is very easy to make. All that we need is some planks or boards, put them like this, we'll get an extended workbench. So yeah, that was really easy to make, but I don't know for the life of me how this thing works. So let's go ahead and place it down here. Ooh, nice. Okay, so input materials for crafting, and then it's going to change it to something. So I just want to check and see. So how does this work? Let's go ahead and grab that block. So if I put this in there, need a chisel to copy a chiseled block. Okay, so if we put in a chisel, input materials for crafting. So I think we need the actual materials down here. So we need a chiseled block that is andesite cobble, andesite smooth or polished stone, and basalt. So let's go ahead and make one of those real quick. I need my chisel. Need my chisel or I can't do this. So we'll start out by placing down one of those. Then we'll place down one of those. And then we will finally... Oh, these are already chiseled, so I don't have to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and right click on both of these, turn them into chiseled blocks. Pick these back up. And now we need to take... So we need the andesite, we need the basalt, and we need the one here. I thought we could put more than one together at a time. I guess not. But there we go. So we've got, should have all the materials that we needed for this. So now if we put this in down here, and we need a chisel, so we'll put our chisel in. Need a chisel to copy the chiseled block. Okay, there's no help on this. I don't know. Okay, well, let me see what I can figure out here, because obviously this works. I just don't know how. Well, we'll see if this works now. So apparently we need to place our original chiseled block in the first slot, the chisel in the second slot, and then we need to place unchiseled versions of the blocks that are listed here. So we need an andesite cobble, so I've got to find one that's not chiseled. We need a polished andesite rock, and then finally we need a basalt cobble. Was that one chiseled? No. Okay. Okay. Copy chiseled block. So, yeah, now what? How do I copy the chiseled block? Is there like a button or something? Let me take a look here. So, see, I need to go to overview. Where was that? Darn it. There's some... crafting with extended workbench. This is very poor. Hold right click to use. So we have to right click on it like a... Okay, we have to right click on it like a quern in order to get it to work. Wow. That could definitely be much better. Now, those don't stack together. Why do those not stack together? That is a little bit annoying. But so yeah, we have that one. Now we can actually break this one back up, place this one down. Now it's in the wrong direction. So then we need to go over here and take our chisel, rotate, and rotate that to be like that. So that saved me a bunch of time in the long run, because now I know how to use that thing. But my God, that thing took forever to figure out how to make that one block. But yes, now I can make multiples of the same block. So these here, no, they're actually not the same. But so we can break off both of these, and yeah, they're different from each other. So we'll have to make each one of those individually. This chiseled block here, I suppose what I'm going to do with it is make it back into a full chiseled block, and the easiest way to do that is to break all of the chiseling that I've done and replace it with 8x8s. And let me tell you, that feels horrible. But now at least we have a full block that will stack with any other chiseled blocks. Now these are multi-material chiseled blocks. So, and because their material order is different, they're never going to stack with each other. Some of that stuff is probably just going to end up being thrown away. So, yeah, we are able to use the extended workbench now, at least. So now if we go back in here, we can take this, place it number 1, chisel number 2, and then basalt cobble. I only want one of those for now. So then we can click on this. It is rather irritating that those do not stack with each other though, because now I'm not going to have enough inventory space for both of these. Yeah, that is... Well, so if I throw it on the ground, they'll stack? Well, that is really weird. I don't understand that at all. But now I can place these back down, and let's see here. So this one should be that side, and this one should be that side. Then all that I need to do is rotate those. So change this to rotate, and there we go. Yeah, that was quite a bit quicker using the extended workbench. So now I need to figure out what I want to do at the top of these pillars, and thankfully I can use the extended workbench to copy it once I figure out one of them. And then we've got the wonderful joys of the stuff at the top, the actual thatch roof. So that's going to be loads of fun. Yep, alright, well, I will get back to this, and I'll see you guys after a bit. So I'm out in the middle of nowhere because I needed a whole bunch of blue clay again. It's amazing how fast you run through this stuff. But also, this is giving me the ability to get another resource that we need a lot of, and that is dry grass. So I thought I had a lot of dry grass. It turns out, as I was building the roofs for these houses, I used up a lot of it. So I think we used up probably something in the order of 4 stacks of dry grass. So yeah, getting that replenished is a pretty big deal, because there's going to be a lot of those little buildings built. So yeah, I guess for now I deal with the wolves howling in the background, the temporal instability, and I'm just going to keep doing this, you know, basically until I fill up that chest, because I've still got quite a bit of food. I have 1 serving left in the crock that is in my hotbar, and then I have a sealed crock still in my inventory. So I've got plenty of food. I can make tons of these tools as I go, which I've been making a lot of knives. You know, I keep picking up andesite stones. I've cleared a large area here of the tall grass, and I even found a beehive here. I was trying to prune around it, and I neglected to leave a branchy leaf around the hive, and so the leaf above it decomposed, and I was playing runaway from bees for 2 minutes. Not exactly the most fun thing in the world to do, but yes, that's what I've been doing. Once I get back to the base, we'll take a look at the new house that I've got built, because I am fairly pleased with it. So yep, I will continue on here. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So I am finally back at the base, and one of the main reasons I need so much clay is I am going to be making a lot of pottery items, most notably a lot of these storage vessels. Now, one thing, I know a lot of people say how tedious and nasty making pottery is in this game. Well, I think I've found a way that makes it pretty easy. I've used this in the past. So I have 3 stacks of clay on my hotbar. This first one is a 3x3, this one is a 1x1, and this one is a copy layer. So we'll start out with the 1x1, shift right click on the ground, and we're going to make a storage vessel raw. Switch over to the 3x3, and then we will fill out that layer. Then we go over to our copy and make the next layer. Then it's down to the 1x1, make this layer, and then the next, I think it's like 6 or 7 layers are all copies of this one. So basically, rather than having to worry about pressing F, move my mouse up, and get the appropriate thing every time, I already have them all set up, and all that I have to do is sit here and run through the process. Now, there are a few other little tricks that can really speed things up here, and we'll get to one of those here in just a little bit. And what that trick actually is that for whatever reason, while molding clay, the game will not place blocks wider than the pattern. So if we make this one out of a 1x1 again, because yeah, it only stands to reason that we would do this. But we could actually switch, well, no, we have to keep that as 1x1. So now the next one is a set of 2x2 stuff, but I don't have a 2x2. But if I go on the outer edge with the 3x3, it only does up to the 2 on the inside, and it doesn't place anything on the outside. So that's a little something to keep in mind when you are molding clay. It will not, for whatever reason, place the items on the outer edge of the grid that is supposed to be filled. So you can see it didn't take me terribly long to make that vessel. It's still not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not slow either. The other thing is it takes 35 clay to make one of these. So it's more than half a stack of clay tied up in every one of these. So when we have multiples in, like on this building here that I just finished, I want to have like 2, 3, maybe even 4 of them out here, and then one inside and a whole bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, lots of clay is going to be used in this one, and that's just for the storage vessels. That doesn't include some of the other stuff that I want to include in this. But I have gone through and made a little bit more progress on this. Got some decorations here around the base of the pillars that are holding up the outer edge of this overhang. I have also made a different style of roof here, so we can kind of see this a little bit. If I can get up here and stay here. Oh, come on, let me up. Jeez. So yes, the roof, it continues up on its normal line here, and then these outer edges continue out, and they actually angle slightly outward. And I think that makes a nice little bit of differentiation between this building and that one. And these are going to be 2 of our varying styles of roofs, this one here and this one here. So yes, that is kind of a nice thing. Now another thing is I have gotten really sick and tired of listening to drifters. So I have gone down into here, and you can see this is getting filled in. So yes, I am filling the caves with some of my surplus materials. So this is definitely getting filled in. Now, however, in the other direction here, you can see I haven't filled anything in, and I'm actually creating more spawning space because there is a vein of quartz here, and this vein of quartz happens to have silver in it. So I have been blasting this out, getting lots and lots of quartz, as well as a fair amount of silver. So we have enough silver and gold to make a few lined lanterns. Now, you guys have let me know abundantly clear that to make the lined lanterns, we need to make either a gold or silver plate, place down our lantern, and then shift right click on it with the gold or silver plate. And that will make the lined version. So yes, we will definitely be doing that with at least a couple of them. At least one that I will be carrying, because it does increase the light level from, I believe, 18 to 20. So it does do a little bit better. So we would be able to see a little bit more here. But the other thing is the fact that this area is starting to get some illumination. And we can actually see it here now that it's nighttime. If we get up on top of the pyramid, we should be able to see that, yes, looking down through here, we've got light pouring out from the doors of the pyramid. We also have light coming from the houses, and everything else is just pitch black around here, with the exception of the occasional lighting glitch. But yes, as this continues to grow, we will get more and more of these locations that are lit up from within. And even though it will still be able to spawn drifters at night, at least it won't be a big problem. And if we get the caves filled in, even less so. Because I have done some testing on drifter spawning, and even though they do spawn up to 128 blocks away from you, if they are more than 48 blocks away, they despawn within 1 second of spawning in. So yeah, if we get these caves filled down, so our level here, oh, and for whatever reason my coordinates are turned off, so we're at about Y110-ish for the sea level here. Yes, the sea level is Y110. So if we can get these caves filled at least down to Y60 around this area, then nothing will spawn and stay spawned. Now, I don't know for sure yet what the distance is to be able to hear a drifter, but yeah, if we can have them spawn and despawn, that would definitely help. But I am going to do a lot of stuff with decoration with this house. We'll do some interior decorating, some exterior decorating, and hopefully we'll be able to take a look at that in the next episode, because I am out of time for this one. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. Check out the video description for a list of the mods that we are using here on Aura Fury, and I will see you next time. Bye!